Hey, it's MK, and I thought that, hey, look, I turned I turned the camera on without actually doing anything. So what I wanted to do was show you guys what I plan on creating. So this is the Thursday sketch from Redefined Creative, and that is what I'm going to try to make today. So I'm going to just put that right there. I have not trimmed my photos. I have not cut my papers. I picked out some washi tape because there's a couple little bits there that have, I don't know, borders and things like that. It is kind of a girly layout, and I'm doing a little boy's birthday party. But I picked out some, like I said, washi, some stuff, some tissue paper, and this one here is a paper from Chamel Head in the Clouds. So I will be using this side right here. I have a plain green piece of cardstock. It is two-sided color from Close to My Heart. I also picked out this right here from Chamel Field Trip, and it looks like that on the other side, but we will be using this piece right here. I have two vanilla base pages. I think it's called French vanilla. Oh, good. Good thing I'm gonna be covering it up. Good thing there's two sides to one piece of paper. Anyways, I also picked out this Wonky Alpha by Bella Boulevard. Okay, not a whole lot of letters left on that. Yay. So I'm hoping to use up 5 more. And then, sorry for my dogs. They are kind of stuck in here because if the kids come in, it makes it louder. I have this really cool star border that I got from my Secret Not Secret Kit Club a while back. My Kit Club kit a while back. I also have this washi tape like strips from Coco Vanilla, and this is the You Rock collection. I also pulled out, Roscoe, lay down, baby. I also pulled out some fringed pieces that I just had in my stash. Basically what I do is I test out my borders to see how big of pieces I can get and stuff, and I have a border die that does this fringe. I absolutely love it, by the way. And then this also is one of those, and so is this. So just trying out different borders, and that must have just been the scraps that I had. I also pulled out a few more other green bits from my my green bulky bin. And then I also went through quite a few, not this one, I think this one was from another Coco Vanilla boy collection, but these two, well, this one was a little gifty I got from ordering from Zoe. But all of this on here is from these two collections right here, Made of Awesome and Totally Rad. Now, there's not very many from the Totally Rad. I think it was just these ones here that are from the Totally Rad, and then everything else, which are like game pieces, are from the Made of Awesome, which I thought is amazing because he's opening games for his birthday. So I thought, that is awesome. And I haven't decided which awesome I'm going to go with because this is awesome, and this is awesome. So I'm not really sure which direction it'll go. But yeah, it's going to, it's going to be awesome. No, just kidding. I think it's going to be, but it's in my album, so I'm allowed to. All right, let's see what I can do. All right, so I've already taken my photos and matted them on some cheapo like pieces of paper. And then I'm going to take this gel medium and I'm actually going to glue the, not washi tape, I keep wanting to call it washi tape, the tissue paper as my background piece of paper. So I absolutely love it because it says the Just Not for Boys kit club. And so it's just perfect because I have more boys than I do girls, which I'm sorry, but I do. So this tissue paper works really, really well for me. And I just absolutely love getting Happy Mail from them because then I get more tissue paper too. So the piece that I had was actually big enough. I keep saying so and too much, if you ask me. But the piece that I had was actually big enough to cover up both of my papers. I don't care if it's wrinkled. I don't care if it's ripped. I don't care. I want that texture on the background. If I wanted it perfect, then I probably would not have scrunched it all up first before laying it all down. So that's basically all I did was I scrunched it up, I put some gel medium down, and then I made sure that the edges were definitely glued down because the center piece doesn't really matter if it's not glued down or not. And then I'm going to take a quick second to, well, for you guys, it's a quick second to clean up my workspace, get that gel medium off. Eventually it starts to peel up and then it just starts sticking to all your projects. So all I did was I cut that Chamel paper in half at 6 inches, and I wasn't sure if I wanted the red at the bottom and the blue at the top, but I know I'm very happy with the rainbow going all the way across. And then I am just cutting up my border strips. There's a lot of striped paper in the sketch that was there. And then the washi is also going to serve as a strip, as a border strip, but this one is so old, it gives me a fit. It takes me a minute to get it going. And all I'm basically going to do is put it on a white piece of cardstock so it kind of stands out a little bit more. But it was off-white to start with. So, and then I trimmed out my, once it's dried a lot more, I trimmed out my tissue paper, and then I took a heat tool to it. I know I'm a little bit behind on my voiceover. I apologize. I keep losing my words. But I took a heat tool to it to make sure that it was extra dry. And then I laid out my pieces just to make sure that I had what I needed. And what I do when I do a mixed media background and after it's all dry, I kind of rub it against the edge of my desk. So that way I can bend it back flat. I don't do it on mixed media that has like texture to it, but I do when I do this type of mixed media. So just so you guys know what I was doing, because it just looked really weird. Now I'm gluing everything down, making sure that it is sticking really well to the tissue paper, the glued tissue paper, I would say. So, and then once I get everything all done, I have to bring out a rotary trimmer. This is the best one that I have found that like all the pieces don't go all the way from edge to edge. This is the best one that I found, cuts through a lot of layers to make that straight. So, and I have a lot of headshots in this video. I apologize. I didn't even do my hair for you guys, so you guys get to see the ratty nest that it is almost on a daily basis. And there I go again. Just trying to get my paper to lay flatter than it was. It's not perfectly flat, but it's way better than what it was. And just lining up the two pieces so that way I don't have to really measure. I just want to make sure that it's relatively close to where the other side is. So in the layout there, it's a gap anyways. So I'm okay if they're not 110% perfect. But relatively close, I'm striving for relatively close. So yeah, more headshots. And then pull out that trimmer one more time to just to match up all the edges so that way some of them, I don't know why, some of them are short and some of them aren't, and it's just weird. Really is. And then I have this really thin line silver strip because I wanted to add those silver stars. So I felt like I needed to add more silver into the layout. So I'm just going to lay out my photos to see if I like the placement, I guess. I don't know. Why would you lay out the photos? Yeah. So I'm deciding which awesome that I want to use. Wow, decision made. And then I am going to use that tag. It's a really cool tag. I don't know how to describe it, but it's almost like rubber. It is the neatest little tag ever. So I'm glad I got it on a layout. And now I'm going through that little tray that I showed you guys earlier of all the embellishments that I've already picked out. So I'm just deciding what do I want where, and some things make it and some things do not. I chose a lot of green, not because my children are wearing green, but green is my son's favorite color, actually. There for the longest time, he thought he was Hulk. And then Herman Munster, that was fun. Yep. So this is that thin paper that I was telling you about. It's a super thin stack that I received for Christmas from one of my kids. And the paper is just so thin, and it's those realistic photos too. I just don't like realistic paper, realistic background paper, pattern paper. I'm not sure how to describe it. But the other side is white. And it's not like a bam in your face white. It's a perfect photo matte white. So I don't mind cutting it up. I don't feel like it was a waste at all to get that for me, because now I am able to back my photos, and it's a super thin layer as well. So I really, really like that. I tucked that frame behind that photo up in the, upper left corner? And the frame says captured. So it's going to become part of my title. And then I'm going to tuck this border, this notebook border bit underneath these two photos. So these two photos on the right. Sorry, finish my sentence before I start another one. I need to get into that habit. This border strip is actually, so what it is it's the negative of what the border actually is. It's a notebook punch, basically, or a notebook border, I should say. And so when you actually use it on your paper, you want to keep the other side of it instead of this side, but I kept it around just because I thought it was an interesting design. I chopped off the fringe a little bit just to shrink it up, because I really liked the fringe. I've been on a fringe kick lately. I think my next video has fringe on it too. Or one of my upcoming videos has has loads of fringe on it, actually. So, and I tucked it underneath the border. It was an afterthought. I had no clue that I was even going to do that. But I really like where it's at. I love all the little pops of green. And they're not little pops, they're huge pops. But the way that they all come together. And they're all different collections. Like the green that I just stuck underneath up at the top is not the exact same cardstock that I used. It's actually not even cardstock. I think it's patterned on the other side. But it's not the same as the green borders. It's not the same as the numbers that I just put, the little cluster that I made over to the right. None of that is the same green, but I just like it. So the photo, the frame that I just put on top of the most right upper photo, I just put that on foam just to give it a little bit of dimension, just trying to add layers, I guess, onto this side of the page, because that rubber tag is definitely dimensional. And so I wanted to make sure that it wasn't the only dimensional item on that side of the page. So I'm also going to pop up the word awesome, which is the first part of my title. And my title is Awesome Party Captured. Even though we're not really having a party, it's just basically my son opening his gifts. It was a pre-party, actually, and that's kind of what I should have said, awesome pre-party, because these are gifts that he received in the mail. And then I actually have another set of photos from when we actually had his birthday party. So it's just a little different. I think there's only I think that he's only opening one present. But just how him and my daughter interact with each other, I love capturing that. So I'm chopping up these puffy stars. These are the most amazing little stars ever. I love how puffy they are. I mean, they don't look that puffy, but then when you start to play with them on your layouts, it's like, oh, they're so plush. It's unbelievable. I just love them. And they glued together perfectly with this Nuvo Deluxe. And I intentionally put them on the layout crooked. It wasn't because I was just being sloppy. I did that on purpose. Oh, weird. And then because they are so dimensional, I actually have to take that rubber tag, which is already dimensional, and pop it up even more. So that way it can go over the top of one of the stars, not like overlapping, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So yeah, there it goes. Overlapping those stars. I love this. I like how this layout turned out. I love how colorful it is. I feel like I don't do a whole lot of colorful layouts, like rainbow bright layouts. And so when I do, I get super excited, and I think they turn out okay. But I could be biased because they are mine. I don't know. So, and I'm purposely not putting things straight on the layout, like that Don't Grow Up label that I just put on is not straight at all. And the last thing that I'm going to do is scatter these paper stars all around the layout where I feel like this color is missing and that color is missing. And I'm using these as if they were enamel dots, but instead they are just paper stars I got from one of the collections, one of the Cocoa Vanilla collections that I showed you earlier. I can't remember honestly which ones that I did. But, oh, and I almost forgot to use these, what are they called? Washi strips, washi pieces? I'm not sure. But I almost forgot because I pulled those very first, when I first started the layout, and then I set them off to the side instead of back on my tray. So when I create a layout, I always have like this embellishment tray right in front of me, that is right in front of the layout. And so that way, when I am ready to embellish, they're all right there. And if they get off the tray, I never go back anywhere except for on that tray. So yeah, it's something that I shouldn't have done. Anywho, that is it. Here is the layout. I do apologize that this whole left side has been off camera the entire time, but I don't think you missed anything. Again, that's super fun. I had a blast. I love the Thursday sketches from the Redefined Creative Facebook group. They are, she picks out great sketches. I absolutely love doing them. I don't record every single one of them, but it's fun when I get to. But I hope you guys enjoyed this process and following along with me. I hope that the recording wasn't too scatterbrained like it has been. And I look forward to the next time that you guys check out one of my videos. Thanks. Bye.